Take all your money, buy Bitcoin.
And wake up every morning and say GM.
GM. Monday. It is the 2nd of September. Second day of the month. Let's go look at daily levels. So, what have we got to look at here? Not much. Not much, really. We had a weekly close, which looked like this. So, a pretty bad weekly close. Actually, let me go over to it. There we go. There's less mess ups with the candles there. Fully bearish engulfing weekly close, closing at the lows. The week has started with a move up. We haven't touched we haven't touched last week's low yet. So everything has been consolidating inside of that. All of this consolidation has taken place between the bands and basically between the 1221 and the 50 EMA on the weekly. So from a higher time frame perspective, it's compressing, I would say, rather than outright bearish. It's losing these levels, but then it's bouncing. It's a little bit just what I talked about on Weekly Outlook yesterday, really. There's not much more to say other than that. It's just this. I think it's pretty simple that we're just going to be chopping around. I wouldn't read too much into it, to be honest, because I don't think that without, like, I just get a fresh chart with no alerts or anything on it. I think without a strong catalyst to break Bitcoin lower, and you saw this yesterday, that was the first attempt to break down. But that came on a weekend. It came on also a holiday weekend. So today there's no New York session. It's Labor Day in America, so there's no stock market open. And I just look at it like, I mean, it just seems a little bit too simple for shorts, and, you know, leaving these stops and these stops and these stops, all these untouched highs here, to just break down and then go straight to wherever. I mean, seems unlikely. So I wouldn't be surprised if that Sunday move gets reversed today and we spend back into this chop here, would be my guess. I don't think that there's really a whole lot to be looking at here. This kind of price action would give you AIDS, is how I would view it. Or maybe it would give you monkeypox. Maybe that's more current events. So fuck that. Just don't overthink it, and don't overtrade it, would be my advice. Now, are the futures markets open? Yes, they are. So even though the stock market's closed, futures markets are open. Not that it'll make a massive difference. Dollar, S&P, and what else? Gold. I wouldn't imagine any of them really move. Gold pulling back a little bit, but yeah, not a whole pile. Today is not, so don't treat this as a full week. Don't treat this as a normal Monday. Remember that it is, what are we at now? We are on a 4-day week. I have to get through today. Just notice that ETH is significantly stronger than Bitcoin today. That's a good sign. Not. But both Solana and ETH are outperforming Bitcoin. But I mean, you're looking at Sol, for example, it's had like 11 days in a row down. So, I mean, some kind of counter trend retracement is to be expected. Ethereum has actually been consolidating more so since its sell-off, but of course overall it's weaker. I just have, you know, this is the time where it's most important to stay engaged without clicking buttons. This is a really hard, this is one of the most difficult parts of the market to trade, because you know that nothing's happening. You know that nothing good is really there. And if you didn't know, I've just told you. This is not a part of the market where there's loads of opportunity. You're coming off a weekend, which is quiet, into a Monday, which is a holiday, so it's going to be quiet. It's almost going to act like a weekend session again. Any moves that happen are retracing. So we had, the push up yesterday and a sell off, and now we're bouncing back up into it, and it's bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, but really it's nothing. There is so little to read into any of this that, I think you just want to play it safe, and just do nothing, really. Better opportunities will come, whether it's to the upside or the downside. Just volatility is non-existent here at the moment, and so that's going to equal a lack of trading opportunities. And when there's a lack of trading opportunities, it's really important to just sit on your hands and do nothing, because you can find that by the time volatility comes back, right? So like I would say, at least in terms of trading, the last couple of weeks have been really good in terms of trading. Not if you're a bull and you're long-term spot long, yeah, it's not great. Went up, came back. But as a trader, there was plenty of volatility even in this range. Moves down and retracements and some nice mean reversion trades. Then we had the breakout. When the breakout failed, it was a really nice flush down. Since then, it's drying up. And so, if you've made money in the past few weeks, you want to hold on to it. If you haven't made money in the past few weeks, you're probably not going to make it right away now. And that can all change tomorrow, by the way. Once the market's open again, and once we see some kind of direction coming in for the week, we might see some more some more moves that have a bit of follow through. But right now it's about just sitting tight. I would say today it probably can go for these highs of yesterday. It's not, yeah, monthly open is up here. Monthly open is there, right? And so we could push towards that level. There's a couple of wicks up there. It's really just probably going to be a liquidity game at the moment. It's going to grab stops above and below, and we're back above the pivot, but really not reading too much into it. ETH, where was ETH's open? So ETH is back above the monthly open. Yeah, it is. So ETH is having a green month. Wow. Mostly because, it's been the most hated and beaten down of all. So it's just having this kind of almost revenge rally and just squeezing a little bit harder, because I guess people are on balance. When we had this dump down yesterday, it seems like more of the kind of emotional selling and shorts piling in were going into ETH rather than Bitcoin. So when that holds and doesn't go the other way, ETH has a stronger squeeze up than BTC because there's more positioning to reset on it. And that's about it. It's not a whole lot else. Quiet day. Monthly preview I'm going to drop this morning. That'll be a big one. That'll be really good. Looking ahead at the weeks to come. Cash, that nice potential swing trade that I was looking at, is not setting up, which is not here. It's USDT. It didn't hold. So if it was going to move for a rally in early September, it would have held above these lines here. It's come back down through that, filled the gap right back down below it. So the altcoins seem to be, at least a cash anyway, but many of them seem to be not ready yet for that. And anything else? Total 3. Yeah, it's really hard to put any kind of directional, impulse on this. Like, it's had a significant downtrend for over a week. And each time, it's done this here with a pump, and here with a pump, and here with a pump, and here with a pump. And it's easy to think, oh, this one's going to fail again. But also, there's, it can, even if bearish, it can keep going further than you think, right? Because people are going to short this, and then it goes up, and they're going to short that, and then it goes up, and then they're going to think, oh, maybe is it bullish? And that might be the time to short it, if at all. Yeah, so I would say just sit on your hands, patience, the usual. You'll be rewarded. Not losing is winning. I'll sign off with that. Not losing money, not stupidly bleeding money away in these environments, that's winning.